Hey guys, this is James.
And this is Denny from TeaDB.
And this is episode number 48.
Cool.
Yep.
So we're doing a super amazing Wuyi here that James has fallen in love with. I've yet to try.
Yep.
And excited to do so.
I've tried this Wuyi once and I fell in love at first taste.
Cool.
This was acquired from Origin Tea, from Tony over there, who has a lot of really good Taiwanese oolongs, pu'ers, and apparently Yancha.
Nice.
And so this tea is not cheap. It's about $25 for 25 grams, so about $1 a gram. So sad face for those of us poor college students. Just eat more ramen so you can drink good tea. But this tea is from 2003. It's from, I think, 80-year-old bushes in really the heart of the Wuyi growing region. And so that particular area, it's called Xian Hui Yuan, is really, really sought after, the tea there. Like, the source material of this tea is very, very good, even though Shui Xian itself is not one of the 4 famous bushes and not even really particularly thought of as like that amazing of tea.
Right. Yeah, but this is aged, wonderfully roasted, and while the actual leaves themselves aren't, quote-unquote world-class, getting the bush itself and the age and the terroir and all that things will contribute to hopefully a really, really beautiful brew here. So,
Yep.
7 grams of tea,
60 milliliter
60
Gaiwan.
milliliter Gaiwan. That's going to run us literally $7. So this is a total treat for me. I usually don't drink tea that is this expensive.
Neither do I.
And so when we do, usually it's shared, and it's usually done on special occasions. So thank you, James, for inviting me to taste this with you.
Yep. Absolutely. All right.
So 60 milliliter Gaiwan here, just totally full basically to the brim.
Yep.
And boiling water. Are you gonna do a rinse?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So wow, color already just blossoming out of that. Beautiful.
Yep. Take a sniff.
I will. Wow. Okay. The smell profile is so different, the aroma off of this.
Yep, it's unlike any Wuyi I've
I
had.
get like currants. So it's like kind of that raisin currant sort of. Currants to me are like a little bit of a sour, bitter, earthier raisin. So I'm describing that. And a little bit of sort of tobacco cigar smells in there. Beautiful, flash steep here, so just...
Yep, and so for teas like this, I pretty much just flash brew and just totally go off of feel, off the nose you're getting off the tea. And those sorts of things.
Fantastic.
All right, cheers.
Thank you, sir. Oh my gosh. The aroma of the tobacco is the most... I've never smelled something that smelled so much like just rolling tobacco or whatever. The first thing that pops out at me is that rock taste, frankly. It's actually, I feel like it has a very mellow start.
Mm-hmm.
Not much fruit in this. I'm
Nope.
not getting a lot of fruit.
It's a wonderful aftertaste, a really strong body.
Yeah, definitely agree on the body, and the aftertaste as well. It's mild. I'd say that this for steeping. It's got wow, just the smell. Yeah. The aroma coming off of the leaves themselves is very strong. I'm excited to get into sort of steepings 2, 3, and 4 here because I think that this will evolve dramatically.
Yep. And when I steeped this for the first time, it went for a good 20 steepings, which is pretty much amazing for a
Twisted
Yancha.
Oolong.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah. So, rolled oolong is going to generally outlast a twisted oolong, and for this to go 20 steepings is amazing.
Yep.
more body. Getting that.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I was getting sort of that cigar. There's kind of like a spiciness to it at the front.
Mm-hmm. It's a very, very complex profile, and I'm getting a little bit of sweetness, or actually quite a bit of sweetness that I think will really come out with the aging of the tea, especially on the front end, and it really does linger in the mouth.
Viscosity of this is wonderful. It's nice and thick. Yeah, I get the sweetness too, but it takes a long time. This is, yeah, harder tea to describe, like James said. The profile on this is interesting.
Yep. After I drink this tea, I pretty much didn't... I wasn't describing in terms of like, oh, there's some cinnamon or there's like some spicy notes.
Okay.
For me, it was like, this tea is just amazing. And like, I was getting really nice energy off of it. I was getting... The flavor profile was very complex, probably too much so for my somewhat limited palate. So it was a pretty mind-blowing experience for me the first time I had it.
I'm getting like dates.
Yep.
The smell.
And Denny is totally correct when he's talking about I definitely get dates. When he talks about the flavor profile evolving over multiple steeps, this tea in particular really does. And I find that as you steep it out more and more, like once you get into steeps 8 or 9, then more of that characteristic Wuyi taste starts to come in. But for the first few steeps, it's very unique, not a hint of bitterness at all. And
totally agree. Yeah, no bitterness.
Now I'm getting some fruit.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, now the sort of more traditional Wuyi tastes are coming out a little bit more fruit, a little bit more of that sweetness at the back of your mouth. This is really nice. Really still very strong on the mineral taste.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was saying, I think last episode, for me personally, I often get that minerally taste off of aged teas. To have a aged Oolong tea like this, Wuyi Oolong, I think it just only compounds the whole thing.
I'm just smelling the bottom of the cup. It's a wonderful, like, raisin date-like sweetness that comes off of it.
Yeah, this is really great. Definitely agree about the chi, although we did also begin the session with Gongfu style Lipton brewing, which we probably consumed 600 milliliters or milligrams of caffeine from 1 cup of tea alone. But that being said, this is wonderful, stimulating, but not distracting at all. The flavor of it is it's not at all overwhelming. I think some of the best teas that I've tasted on the show have surprised me in their lightness, and I think that a tea like this, you really do need to focus and not have anything else in front of you when you drink it. So
it's wonderful playing in the mouth too.
And this is like the 5th flash brew?
That was the 4th brew. So I'm starting to extend the time, but just by a little bit, like 5 seconds here or there.
Very nice. It feels like an outlier inside of the Wuyi family, frankly, to me.
Absolutely.
I'm getting... There are hints at the traditional flavors that I'm used to, but this is evading many of them.
I've been drinking a lot of Yancha, and so I was like, okay, I'm really starting to get a feel for it, and then a tea like this comes along that is just so wonderful and so different from what you've been tasting, and it makes you realize opens up a whole nother world of possibilities with even the same tea family. So, for me, it was just amazing to consume this when I did.
Yeah. I'm getting more of like the earthy, not quite vegetal, but more of the earthy flavors.
Mm-hmm. Coupled with some sweetness.
Yeah.
Like some earthy, vegetable-y flavors, almost carrots or something like that, paired with kind of like this sweet taste.
Yeah, and the aroma in the cup as well as off of the leaves is very strong. It's not too perfumey though. Sometimes you can tell a tea that has a very short brew cycle by virtue of the intense aroma that it portrays in the first few steepings, and then it's just completely done. This is wonderful. I'm getting all getting all tea dry.
I'm getting like some sweat on here, and I actually don't sweat very easily. So yeah.
Yeah, this is great. We are drinking a lot of tea back to back here.
Although this is a very small brewing vessel, which is fairly intentional on our part.
Yeah.
When you're brewing a tea this precious, don't toss it in a 250 milliliter pot. Do it in a small vessel like this and share it with someone that's going to really appreciate it.
Yeah. Oof. So this is the 6th?
Yeah, 6th or 7th.
Ooh. Really sweet all of a sudden to me. At least I had just a flash of sweetness there. Really nice. The fruit aspect of it is very mellow.
Yep. Some more of those traditional Wuyi flavors are coming out, like the raw chocolate, dark chocolate.
Yeah, I'm impressed actually by how balanced this is. I'll say that, because I'm getting a lot of little hints of these different flavors, and they slowly are building over the steeping time that we've been doing this. But nothing just sort of pops out and then fades away. They all just kind of slowly grow a little bit and then mellow out a little bit.
Yep, absolutely. It grows and changes within your mouth even.
This is wonderful.
So where can someone find out more about tea?
Well, you've come to the right place, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, folks out there. Check us out on TeaDB.org. You can find us youtube.com/TeaDB.org. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We love it if you guys would. Check us out on our website. And that'll do it. So
yeah, and also check out Tony over at Origin
Yes,
Tea.
please do so. For a delicious cup of tea. Can't recommend
Their
this stuff.
Yancha runs on the expensive end, but it's very, very good.
Yeah, and thank you, James, for bringing this on and sharing with me.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Cheers.